Welcome to today's episode of PPP, episode 3. Can you guess today's theme? Romance. So, who is ready for some romantic Pedro? I know we all are. Let's find out which one of these 3 movies that we're going to look at today has the best romance and has the best Pedro. Let's start with Materialists. In Materialists, we follow Dakota Johnson as Lucy, a matchmaker who herself is still single. But when she's at the wedding of her clients, she meets 2 men. Harry, played by Pedro Pascal, the brother of the groom, who tries to flirt with her a lot, and John, Chris Evans' character, who is her ex boyfriend and kind of tries to get back with her, but not fully because he knows that it didn't work out the first time, so why do it again? Materialists came out in 2025, and it was one of the movies where, well, it came out in kind of summer, so Pedro was everywhere, which we don't mind. It is directed by Celine Song, and you might know her from Past Lives. And if you have seen Past Lives and, well, Materialists, they have the same vibe to it. So very recognizable director and art. And one of her, well, styles in shooting is having a shot that stays still, I guess, very long, and characters are just talking with each other and nothing else is really happening. Background is moving a little, like there's a restaurant scene and you can see it's like an open kitchen and you can see the people in the kitchen working, but it's still fun to watch because the dialogue does help it. And there are a bunch of these very long scenes. I do understand that it's not for everybody that wants to watch a movie, but for me personally, I do like these kind of shots. Or maybe it has my attention anyway because I can listen to that beautiful deep voice. That might actually be it. I did, however, think that sometimes this movie would turn into a different genre than romance. There are moments where this could be a horror story. There's a scene where a guy was dating another girl and all of a sudden the guy is at her door even though she doesn't like him. I think he also did something to her. I think he touched her on the date. Now he's at her door and they can't get rid of him. Turns into kind of a horror story there. But also I did like the beginning more than the ending. I think it went downhill as it went on. Maybe it's because I wanted her to be with Harry more than with John because she already broke up with John once and then maybe you're not supposed to be together. So she didn't really give Harry a chance, which made me not like Dakota Johnson's character. Now for Wedding Pedro, the lines that the man delivers are great and he looks real good. Actually, he looks great. He looks amazing actually, but not too special in my opinion. He was a lot less in the movie than I expected. He was mostly in the beginning when they were still talking, but focused more on Lucy and John than on Lucy and Harry. So disappointed again. Oh yeah, and spoilers. He had a what do you call it? A leg surgery, a knee surgery, where he was supposed to be like kind of short, under 6 feet, I think. I don't know how much that is. He then had knee surgery, which made him taller. So now he was comfortable, or well, he was able to talk to girls. But yeah, the movie turned out to be more about Lucy and John. So I wanted it to be about Harry. Also, if you didn't know, this is the movie that we got the famous, well, for me famous at least, interview line from Pedro with Dakota Johnson, the
Coque.
coque.
Coque. Cock.
Yeah, my nickname as a little girl was Cock.
Now for the Pedro Pascal, again, there's not like a specific item that really belongs to him, but because he does hold these flowers, I'm gonna draw the flowers. For the movie itself, I want to give it a 3.5 stars, which apparently is higher than average. But for the list of characters, I will place it on the number 4 spot. That's also because we haven't seen too many strong characters from Pedro, but we're gonna get there. Trust me. Let me know if you're Team Harry or Team John. I'm gonna try to start something here. I am Team Harry. Team Harry. Now going from one woman with exes in New York, let's go to the next woman in New York with a bunch of exes. Window shopping.
And use a window shopper. Mad at me, I think I know why.
Window Shopping is a 20-minute short film from 1997, directed by Freya Billington, in black and white. A marriage proposal prompts Caroline to recall 3 previous relationships as she wanders through Manhattan, which honestly I did not get from that. I didn't get a lot from this because they really wanted us to feel like we were in New York, because this is what it sounded like every time, which made you not understand anything they were saying. So Caroline walks through New York and remembers 3 of her exes, and those were these men: Eric, Ian, and David. I only know which one David was because that was Pedro, of course, but I cannot remember which of these was Eric and which of these was Ian, and I also don't care. Pedro was playing David, like I said, a junkie, I think. He talked a lot about drugs and seemed kinda high, but he was fun though. He was the best part of this 20 minutes short film. Oh yeah, dance break. He had 2 dancing scenes in the 22 minutes that we got overall, and that's what I remember him for. Oh, look, they're kissing. Oh, hey, whoa, 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 hey, whoa, slow down. You're in public, man. There was also a guy talking about architecture and how much he hates some buildings. Nerd. And the third man, I don't even remember what he did. Like, you can't see much because they were putting other shots over the main shot. It was fading through each other, and also you couldn't hear anything. Plus, it was in black and white, so how am I supposed to know what they were doing? Oh, now they're just chilling in a park. Oh, not again. But yeah, overall, I did not enjoy this. I didn't understand what was going on. Didn't even get the point of the movie. Like they said, she was thinking about her exes. I just thought we were going through all of them really quickly. So 1 star for Pedro Pascal dancing only. The man had moves though. Look at the dance. Look at the dance. But because of those scenes, it will be placed on the 7th spot because it was fun to see him dance like that, and I think he did more, and I remember more of him that way than the ones that are below the 7th spot. So, and for the drawing on the wall, I'll draw the hat that he was wearing while he was dancing. So that's an easy one. Now let's go to the final movie of today. I Am That Girl. I Am That Girl is a movie from 2008 directed by B. Hayward Randall. I Am That Girl is the story of Maxine, an anti-typical Asian American woman who lives a life of partying, funded by her $80,000 credit card debt that she pays for by working at her $10 an hour desk job. Desperate for affection, Maxine grabs hold of Noodle. Not like the guy is called Noodle, not just Noodles. An enigmatic wanderer on his way to the Sierras, and convinces him to take her on his road trip. So it's a road trip movie. Neither of them are Pedro Pascal, so you can kind of expect what's going to happen here again. This movie starts out being very annoying. I was hoping that it would be a huge character arc movie, where you are supposed to dislike the character, and then at the end of the movie, it's a very good character. And it did. It happened. The movie got better and better as we went on. But she was annoying at first because the main character, Max or Maxine, is, 29, 30-ish. She was not taking anything seriously. She was only partying, like I said. It just got very annoying. And all she did was drink. Drink, 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 drink. But luckily, like I said, the character arc was there. But that doesn't take away the fact that some of these lines that they were saying, they were so cringy. Like, listen to these lines.
Sundays would be a good time to play with the Kit Kits.
Ugh, forgot about the parasite.
I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is. Oh, shit.
She is constantly bragging about how wonderful she is and how her vagina is the Ferrari of vaginas.
Is that your name? This is gonna change my whole life.
And you're
25,
31,
27,
32,
29 and 3/4,
33.
30 something. Honestly, I forgot on purpose. One time, I decided to have a secret laughing challenge with her to see who could out-fake laugh who.
I, sell insurance.
Still a little hippie, skippy, let's smoke a joint and chew on some bark kind of song.
I'm sorry. I haven't washed my hair in a week.
See, you are a hippie.
I smoked some weed and it made me sorta hungry.
There is a twist in the movie that happens very unexpectedly. So again, spoiler alert, of course. Noodles dies. Overcooked Noodles. He knew he was going to die, and that's why he wanted to go to his favorite spot in the Sierras again one last time. Now, for Pedro Pascal, because that's why we're here. We're disappointed again. Pedro Pascal appears after 1 hour and 26 minutes. That's the same with If Beale Street Could Talk, like in last episode. Except this time, he has 4 minutes of screen time, and not just 3. He plays Noah, a friend of Noodle. Also, Noodle was actually called Eric, I think, but they all called him Noodle, so I will call him Noodle. He visits Max after he heard what happened to him. He tells her that Noodle left $160,000 for them to share. So that's $80,000 to each, which fully pays off Max's debt. This makes Max quit her job, and she starts to go out more, but not to clubs, but she goes out in nature. And that's the big character arc. What is Pedro gonna do with his half of the money? $80,000. We never find out because right after he's gone, the movie ends. Maybe he now turns into Harry from the Materialists because Harry was very rich. Can I make every Pedro Pascal character connection like the Pixar theory? Maybe after Materialists, he turns into Maxwell Lord because he's even richer. And then he turns into Reed Richards. No new deaths added to the death count because Pedro wasn't the one that died this time. Now going to the wall, maybe just a tent. I know Pedro didn't sleep in it, but at least it's iconic for the movie. Now the movie itself, I have 3 stars, just because it takes some time to get good and the dialogue isn't the greatest. But of course, it gets better and has an unexpected ending or things happening. And for Pedro's character, I'll put Noah right here at the bottom. Yes, we found a new low. I think it's because this role had even less iconic things about it than in If Beale Street Could Talk. I am slowly running out of themes, so if you guys have any other themes even of movies from Pedro that I should still look at, let me know and I will definitely watch them because we have to watch them all. And I'll see you all next time.